As far as the project itself, we're going to have a landing page where the user is going to navigate if he or she has not logged in. An error page. So that one is going to look something like this. Let's say I'm going to mess up the URL. So this is going to be the error page. Now, it says back home, which means back to the dashboard. But again, the idea is that if the user hasn't logged in or registered, then they will navigate back to the landing page. We'll also have register. And in the case of error and success, we'll also display some nice alerts. So for example, here, I try to submit the form without providing all of the values. And then, as you can see, we got back the error alert. In register, we have a few options, a login one, a register one, and also a demo option, which I'm going to discuss at the end of the video. So of course, in my case, I already have registered. And since I will showcase that during the project, I'm not going to go through that step, but essentially I just want to provide my credentials here. And once we do that, and as I know, this was the one that I was using while I was recording the project. So let me go back to this one here. And once we successfully log in, and as I know, here it complains invalid credentials. So as you can see again, we'll display nice error message. So let me provide correct values. And once we do that, we have welcome back and then the username. Now in the dashboard, there's going to be a stats page where we display nice cards, how many applications are currently pending, how many interviews have been scheduled, and how many jobs have been declined. And below, we'll have a chart where we'll display monthly applications. So how many applications we have sent out in the last 6 months. We'll also have the all jobs page where we'll display all the jobs we have applied to. And there's going to be a search form that will trigger a request back to the server. Again, nothing is happening here locally in this application. Everything is going to happen with the server. So let's say if I search for the jobs where I have only the interview, now, of course, I'll only see these values, and each job is going to be represented with this nice card. We can also clear the filters, and there's also going to be a pagination, which, by the way, is going to work as we're filtering. So let's say if I search for only the pending jobs, I have 20 jobs here, correct? But I also right away have the pagination. And in this project, the pagination is going to be different because we'll work with server. Again, I know I keep repeating this, but the main goal of this project is to showcase how normally we're going to work with a server, which is a more realistic scenario when we talk about the applications. Then, of course, we also have add jobs. So let's say if I go for front end position and the company is going to be a Facebook, we can submit. And as a side note, this location is actually user's location, which is something also we can control. And I'm not going to go through each and every value. I'm just going to showcase that. Let's say that I'm applying for the remote job. Check it out. I have job created. And then once I navigate back to the search one, I still have this pending one. So let me go back to all. And now this is my job. And at this point, we can edit the job. Let's say that instead of pending, now we have interview scheduled. So let's save it here. And if we go back to all the jobs, notice the value. Now it is interview. And of course, again, we can delete the job. But this is happening on the server. So under the hood, we're making the HTTP request. And like I said, there's also going to be a profile page where we can change the values about the user. Let's say instead of John, I'm going to be Peter. Notice now I'm Peter. And also I can change the location because this location is used when we're adding job. So if I go back to the my city, save changes, add job, now the value is my city. And like I said, we also have this option of demo user. So this is also something that we're going to learn. And as I notice how we're logging out. So that's also a alert message. And when it comes to demo app, basically it's an option for someone who wants to take a look at the application to test the features without completing the register process. Now, keep in mind that this demo app user, so the test user, is read-only. So you won't be able to change anything in a profile or add job or edit job or remove job, but you'll nicely see all the features in action. So you'll be able to filter the jobs, to choose different page, and also take a look at the stats. And once we're familiar with the application, now let's get to work.